Good morning. It is another day of working in the shop, and today we are working on Sweet Caroline, the Baja Champion 2025. We brought her in here so that we could get it completely stripped down. It's just too hot outside. Now it doesn't roll, so we can't get the spud truck back in until we make this a roller. My goal today is to make this car a roller. These tires are 37s, and we're planning on running 35s. So if we cut that out, 35s will fit.
So, whole floor's rotted out. We're gonna be cutting that out later, but for right now, I cut a hole so I can get all the wiring out.
That's race car stuff.
Cars out east on the lot that are brand new look like this.
There's our matched pair of fender deletes.
Can I put in a suggestion?
Yep.
Forward.
Well, wheelbase matters.
How much wheelbase are you going for?
86.
115.
Oh.
Okay, how's that looking arch-wise? Not bad. Might be a little bit of cleanup to do on it.
Oh, there's gonna be some cleanup.
Okay, so we're gonna throw some spacers on this front axle. We're trying to get to 86 inches, and then we'll roll it in. Now sauce up them threads. All right, we're on. Perfect.
Okay, I just walked in and a lot has happened since I last was here. Like, that was up there. Oh my goodness. That's so cool.
So this is temporary suspension. This is not the axles we're gonna be running. This has nothing to do with the suspension. This is just to make this a roller so we can push it out and get the spud truck in here. But I think it's super cool. Okay, we need a jack stand.
Gotcha.
Okay, Caitlin, will you push your tire back? And we need to go all the way down to where the tires are in the wheel well so we can get it centered, and then we'll go up for the right height.
Okay, now we're about centered, and we're
Okay, stop right there.
about.
That's crazy.
Oh wow, look at that. That's how it needs to look. We might even be cutting a little bit more out. We don't know. We're kind of doing on the conservative side right now. Okay, so let's head on up and let's get it to ride height. We're gonna set this thing right like this. Okay, right there. Is that good?
Yeah.
Jake, you got that piece for me?
Yeah.
Let me see one of them. I need a hood. Okay, you can clear out.
Okay.
Take the time
Yeah, come on.
to ask you to speak. Okay, let's go back down and let's see how much rake we want.
That Sweet Carolina rake.
Okay, right, stop. Is that up a little?
Yeah.
Let's see.
Go up a bump. Let's try that. We don't want to do too much. Hey, are you driving Ed and the Golden Nugget in the parade this year?
Yeah,
All right.
can do that. What do we got going on here?
This is our Baja racer. We're naming her Sweet Caroline, and she's getting a little bit of the Carolina squat. Even though Caroline and Carolina aren't really that related.
Huh,
But no, look at this.
that's actually looking pretty good.
I think it's going to look good.
Nice. See that, Brendan?
So that's what we're looking at.
We're getting wilder.
What do you think, Ed? It's looking pretty mean.
Did they ever build a four-wheel drive Corvair?
The military had some Corvair powered stuff that was
yeah.
weird, but I don't know if it ever made.
Is that the splitter? Or
That's the transfer case for the other truck,
Oh,
for the Spud truck.
but you can run a transfer case off of this one?
We're just making it so we can roll it. We're not really using these axles.
Oh, but it'd be four-wheel drive, won't it?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, it'll have a front suspension like this.
Oh,
The independent A-arms and the big old shock sticking out of the hood.
is that the right size tires?
No, these are 37s and we're gonna run 35s, so one size smaller.
Yeah.
I think we're running 35s.
Probably be 1,000 pounds heavier when you're done.
We're trying to keep it under 4,000 pounds.
What it normally weighs.
2,500, 2,400, 2,300.
We need to bump up.
Gotta go up. Oh, Peanut.
That's a straight up hug right there.
Thank you. I love your cuddles. But I gotta get back to work. I gotta get back to work, Peanut. Oh. That's not helping me up. Okay, what's next? I think we're close enough for a roller.
This looks amazing.
So here's the deal. Corvair's got a bum rap for like 5 decades. And now people that are like not trying to impress their high school and middle school buddies anymore are like, you know, those cars are kind of cool looking. Like they're a good looking car. And they are. Come down a little bit. It's not stable, but it's stable enough. Ah, she's sitting on her own temporary wheels. I don't know how many times I'm gonna have to say this, but somebody's gonna miss it. These are not the axles we're running. They're not. Or the wheels or the tires. This is just so we can roll it in and out of the shop. All right. This is our drag link.
That looks strong.
Yeah, we left the steering box in so that when we push this out and in, it'll be easy to steer. All right, we've got this on wheels now. We can steer it, we can roll it out. We can get it out of here, clean the shop up, get ready for the Spud truck. But I want to take this out in the yard and appreciate it for a minute. I can't even express how happy I am, and hopefully you can see the vision that I've had for a while. Now, let's go work on the Spud truck. All right, we've had a bad case of the slows today, but we're back from lunch and we're ready to dominate. We're gonna break into 2 teams. Jake, my man. What's up? Caitlin, my woman. Can't say that, can I? Caitlin, my employee. They're gonna be on Team Bravo.
That's right, the best team.
And then Rhett, my son, and myself are gonna be on Team Delta. We're gonna be working on the front bumper, winch assembly. We're gonna do some welding. You guys will have to explain to them what you're doing a little bit later. Follow me. What we're gonna be doing is figuring out how to make this front bumper strong enough, good enough, and doggone it so people like it.
Because I'm good enough, I'm smart enough, and doggone it, people like me.
Okay, so this is gonna be getting trimmed about right here. So I'll trim that. I don't know how we're gonna be finishing it, but that's a problem for future me. Then we're gonna be putting this cross member here. So we have this really beefy cross member here. This is a little thinner gauge because we are a little bit concerned about weight. Don't you worry none. We're gonna be adding some gussets so that it'll be almost as strong as it needs to be and twice as heavy as it needs to be.
Ready?
Oh, you're a good old dog. Oh, you're a good old dog. Lady, you're a good old dog too. Two good old dogs.
Welcome back here to the B team side of things. It's on bump stops. All right, to get these bump stops put on, we gotta remove these anti-wrap bars. Caitlin's gonna get on that right now. We're gonna have these things installed in no time.
So we've already cut the deck down to 15 feet, which is how long it needs to be for what we're recovering. I know we're not gonna be able to fit a 4-door F-350 dually on it. I know, and we're not planning on it. And there's no need for it, because those trucks don't get out there where only this truck can go. But here's the deal. We're cutting 2 feet off of this. That'll get rid of some weight and some of the problems of the weight.
And we'll be able to walk around it in the shop now.
Oh yeah, that'll be nice. So go ahead and cut this off really nice. I think you can figure it out. This is basically finished, like structurally it's done. It's all welded on. We're gonna be putting a strip to match that across here because it'll look better and it'll add some strength. Also, this gap, it might look a little bit wide, so I might put something that comes up here just to kind of obscure that, come out here a little ways. I don't know. We're gonna do something to make it look really, really right, but not too right. So we've got quite a few comments about the problems that we've had putting a Ford front end on a Chevy frame, and comments like, don't you wish you would have started with a Ford? The problem with starting out with a Ford is Ford never built a 1970 Chevy, so that's one of the problems. And then the other problem is Chevy never put a high pinion Dana 60 in a 1970 C600 or 650, whatever this is. But so you can see, we took the best. I've already showed you this once. I said it once. Okay. I've already said it once, we'll say it again. I took the best of Chevy and the best of Ford and I put them together. So no, I don't regret it one bit.
With all the chaos going on in the shop, I decided to do some work out of the shop. So let's give Sweet Caroline a bath.
Wow, that's 30 pounds gone.
Good job, Brett. Yeah, that's a chunk of metal.
And that wraps that up.
All right, that's all we have time for today, but we will be back tomorrow in the blink of an eye. We're back. It is another beautiful day. We're trying to get these sliders on so we can slide the rollback bed on. I'm trying to remember all the things they call it all over the world. They're all flawed. I understand why some people are like, it's not a rollback. Nothing rolls. It just slides back. They call it like a tilt slide or something like that. Anyway, we call it rollback around these parts. Once we get this on, we can figure out the hydraulics.
So we're out here washing, hitting this thing with some steel discs, getting it ready so that we can slide this onto the 6x6. Hopefully in like 20 minutes, I'll have this thing ready, be fresh. All right, the bed is officially clean. We're gonna put this thing up on the telehandler, get it positioned in place, and start connecting pieces.
It's the Peach Day celebration here in Hurricane, Utah. And I know some of you are like, why don't you call it Hurricane? Well, because I have to deal with an international audience. They're like, what's a hurricane? I don't know. But anyway, here we are. We're gonna take the crew to lunch, get them some milkshakes at my favorite milkshake stand.
A peach milkshake.
Yes. And we got Peanut here because Colin wants to meet girls.
Peanut's a great way to get a conversation going. Come on, Peanut.
All right, we're supposed to be getting lunch, but I stopped and got an ice cream first at my favorite peach stop thing. We're gonna take you and show you where that is. If you ever see this, you need to stop and get a milkshake or an ice cream, or both. That's what I usually do. I get a couple of both. So this fine day, we ate right here at the Biscuit Bus. It was amazing. I had the pot pie and the rest of them had the biscuits and gravy. It was all amazing. Now it's time for dessert. And you'll remember I already had dessert. Oh, I had that yesterday. That is some good chicken right there. Remember, I had a little bit of dessert before I had lunch. I'm gonna have dessert again. And the reason that I'm doing that is because that's the order we're doing things in today.
And because you're an adult.
I am. I'm not a part of the system. I love Peach Days. I love everything about it. It's just a big festival. Lots of people are here. But this is my favorite thing about Peach Days right here. What do you call your business?
Feeling peachy.
Feeling Peachy. I don't even know the name of it. I just know what it looks like. And I know that if I tell this nice lady here what I want, she makes it for me.
I do. Look at all these. They're so delicious.
Thank you. Now we're gonna head back and work on the spud truck. So the next thing we gotta do is we gotta slide this on here and we're gonna see if everything fits. If we've got it the right length, if these slides are gonna work. We've still got slides to put on the bottom, but we don't need those right now to test it. So we're gonna see if this, we're gonna see how this goes here. I don't know what we're gonna see. We're gonna see something. You gotta get over. It's just a super boring process where you put it together and you take it apart, and you put it together and you take it apart. But that's why sometimes they end up working in the end, is because of all that assembly and disassembly. Okay, come in. Okay, turn back this way again. Okay, that's probably good. All right.
Can we try to push it?
Let's see if we can shove this on. Oh, look how, I can't believe how good that slides.
That rolls like a roll back.
I said it rolled. It's nice.
Okay, slide it back a little bit, Jake, like an inch.
Oh, hold on, maybe wheel cup.
All right, let's push it in here so it can start cooling down.
That thing's hot.
All right, let's take all these off so we can look at it. So the next thing we've got to work on that's very important is we've got to get this into the ram connected to the bed, because that's what slides this back. I like some of what I see here and some of it I don't. So what I'm looking at here is I've got the wrong kind of an end for this. I think we can do something different. So that's what I'm going to do.
Oh, you got the bed on. That is nice.
Oh my goodness.
Colin, I hope you're good at welding. Well, it's Friday afternoon. Everybody's gone home. I just want to stay and work on this, but I can't because it's Peach Days and we have a parade to get ready for.
How's it going, Ed?
Good. Today's a nice day. No wind, not too hot, no clouds. Get up to 90. Have a nice parade.
2, 1.
All right, it is the beginning of the Peach Day Parade. We're falling in line right now. Said it before and I will say it again. Hurricane knows how to parade, and that's all there is to it.
We are number 74 of 97 entrants. The parade started at 9 o'clock. It's now 9:52 and we're barely falling in line.
So up front we got Ed in the Golden Nugget, and then we've got Collins driving the Banana, pulling the off-road trailer, and then we've got Rhett driving the MORR, and then of course me and the ever lovely Jamie in the wrecker, and we got Jake back there in the rollback.
Look at these cute bananas we got for the parade. They're the squishy ones and they say the banana with the banana on there.
They're cute.
Banana Laffy Taffy in the banana. Oh, it's so good.
All right, that was super awesome. I love doing parades, it's always fun, but Peach Day Parade is something special.
Hurricane Hometown Parade, the best.
Yeah, sorry the rest of you parades. All right, back on the spud truck. And here we are, back on the spud truck as promised, and today we're gonna see some stuff. So Colin was wondering how much horsepower we should put in here, and he raises a good point. How much should we put in here? We've talked about it a little bit, but we finally made a decision. Since I don't know what I'm doing, I sent the engine off to somebody who does. So I sent it off to my buddy LT's. He's all the way over in Colorado Springs. He's got some bright ideas on how to make it lots of torque, lots of reliability, and just enough power. If you want to follow that engine build, you're gonna need to head over to Lawrence LT Tolman and check it out. We've got a few minutes left, so I'm going to answer some of your most pressing questions.
Tire size to gear ratio, how did you figure it out?
Okay, that's a good question, because we're running 488 gears up front with 40-inch tires and 410 gears in the rear with 35-inch tires. How did I arrive at that? The answer is simple: mathematics. I'm pretty good at what I call analog math. If I have a problem, I can use math. I don't know the formulas. I've never memorized any formulas, but I can get a piece of paper and start drawing it out and analog figure it out. Then I can check my work. I can call some of my smartest friends like Tom or Johnny Boy and said, does this look right to you?
Why use the front of the car in a demolition derby?
Oh, let's go. Walk with me. We were just at a demolition derby and we showed a little bit of it in the video, and we get a lot of questions. I was surprised how many questions that we got about why do we use the front of the car? That's where the engine is, and don't you want to protect your radiator and your engine? Look at this one, man. This one is completely destroyed. This is the one Colin was driving. And even Rhett's car, like, he only used his nose. And so the question that we get is, why do that? Why not use the back of the car and protect the front? And I don't know if this is the reason why we Utah drivers do it this way, but the result is we absolutely pack the stands. I don't know how many seats Nephi has, but it's like 40,000 seats. They sell out within 2 hours because they know the drivers are going to come and they're going to use the nose of their car. Lots of high speed. There's going to be rollovers. There's going to be horrible, horrible car accidents. They're going to be able to sit there and watch that. Back east, I know that it's a lot more like chess, and they use the back of their cars a ton, and they don't hit really hard. And I'm not saying they can't hit hard, because I have seen some really hard hits back east. But in general, the drivers kind of don't drive really fast. So the main reason we use our noses is because it's way more fun, it's way more awesome to watch, and don't be a pansy. Drive that derby car, come on, smash it. We've actually got quite a few questions on why don't we make this so the bed just rolls completely off and lays flat on the ground. Then we can just pick it up off the ground, put it on the truck. And the answer is because that is ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. All right, we've got a lot of questions about going in the mine, and they all boil down to one thing, and that is, isn't it dangerous to go in mines? And the answer is absolutely. It's one of the most dangerous hobbies you can have. So don't go in mines. It's dangerous. Awesome. We get lots of questions about what breed of dog is Peanut. And she's mostly border collie, I would say. She might have some other herd dog breeding in her, but she's not really what you'd call a mutt.
I think she's Kelpie.
Who's your good dogs?
So we get a lot of questions about how much sleep I'm getting. And this ranges across like 100 videos. They're like, Matt, did you finally get sleep? And the answer is no, I didn't. So I have got literally hundreds of suggestions on what to do about the winch. If you remember, I found out the winch is probably not gonna work where I have it on the headache rack due to facts that I did not factor in. So I'm gonna show you some of the suggestions that we got, and hopefully you can help me make sense of it. The first thing they said, they want me to mount the winch upside down. They want us to mount it on the back of the bed, underneath the bed, to the side of the bed, on the top of the rack, with a gin pull and pulleys off the back, off the ground, to a tower
Pizza.
with a series of levers and arches with a winch on the front, with a triangle A-frame, with a coil of electrical wires on a spool that goes into a ringlet to the back of the bed, to the middle of the bed, to the back of the cab, to the axle. I hope you're as excited about this spud truck as we are. Join us next time for more stuff we're doing on this. Thanks for watching. I feel ridiculous in here. I'm gonna ride this like a pony.